There you go. There's my baby. Oh my god. I was trying to write this morning. I was trying so hard to write this morning. I have ideas for things to write, and they're not working. They're not fucking working. It's all his fault. It's all his fault. It's all his fucking fault. If he would just fucking cooperate for once in his goddamn life, then maybe I'd be able to actually write him. But instead, he wants to sit there and embarrass me. What the hell is this? I'm gonna punch him in his very punchable face, and I'm starting to understand why everyone in his life does that. Anyway, I'm talking about, sorry, I'm talking about White Energy-san. I love him, but I also hate him, and I love him so much, and I'm trying to write him, I swear. I'm trying so hard. I'm trying real hard, and it won't work. It just won't work. Like, baby, I came up with a scenario in which you can be the gremlin that you are, and you just won't cooperate? What the hell is that? But I'm telling you because I can't tell anyone else, because no one else cares. And I need to get it off my chest. I need to tell someone how much I need to punch him in his very kissable face. I hate that it's kissable. I fucking hate that. I hate the way he looks, and I hate the way he dresses, and I hate that I want to steal his fashion, and I hate that I want him to hold my hand maybe, and I hate that it would be so cool if he would like kiss me specifically. And I hate that there isn't enough content about him on the internet, and I hate that I have to be the Widen I want to see in the world, but I can't. I have read so many of his stories on AO3, you don't understand, and it's not enough. It's not enough. I need more of him. I need him in my life more. I need more fan art. I need good fan art. And I need to punch him, and I need to strangle him, and I need to light his stupid coat on fire if he ever decides to turn me down. Oh my god, fucking. Like, I can't even own his keychain of him. I can't even do that. Because it's all Japanese exclusive merchandise, and that shit's expensive. I don't want to spend like $60 on a single keychain. Maybe it'd be more, because sometimes on the resale market that shit goes fucking insane. And he has such a pretty picture in the recent expedition that they're doing right now in Japan, and I wish I could go. I wish I could have it. I need to own it. I want it so bad. But I hate him. I hate what he's doing to me. I hate that he has power over me. I hate that he exists and would dare say such things directly into my ear. But he should take me out to dinner. He should kiss me. He should be a weirdo and maybe be a weirdo to me, around me, there's a reason I've been deeply fascinated with hypnosis since childhood. I hate what he does to me. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. Fuck it. I need to stop thinking about him, otherwise I'm gonna be here for like the next hour just ranting about this fucking bastard. Fucking, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The duality of man. Duality of man. Anyway, I'm gonna have fun today because I am going to be playing the Phoenix Wright Attorney games and I love them so much. I'm going to have fun today. We are going to enjoy ourselves and we are not going to think about the yellow bastard. Not once, not ever. He is going in the mental box. And I am going to forget about him until later. Yes, yes, okay. Oh, fuck. Yay! Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney, GLC content, yay! Yay! Wow, animation! Two murders in one night! Wow, I'm sure that was relevant. Wow, just impressive. I wasn't expecting animation. Not like that anyway. That was actually really cool and told me nothing when these usually tell me everything I need to know. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. Phoenix, invest in a billboard. Please, please, because you desperately need the money and clearly you don't get paid unless you actually defend someone. So you should like invest in some advertising. I've had offers, but then I took Phoenix. Phoenix, you are the reason you are poor. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Phoenix keeping himself poor, I swear to God, man. Take fucking jobs. You need the money. Stop pretending like you have money for this place. You were complaining about rent earlier. Why do I come to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney BFA. Ooh, honey, you're like 8 months late to that one. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney? Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases, Phoenix. You need the money. Take it. You need to pay rent. I don't know how you're paying rent right now without taking cases, but you fucking need this. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Fucking... He's so dumb. Please? I'm out of time. But... Please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya, could it be... Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Okay. Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. It's... something wrong? No, it's just you, seem kind of jumpy. Or maybe just young. Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position, then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job at my age, no less. Great. Another future professional in training. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me. I'm not a child. I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigation should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If this case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. My sister? I've been doing research, you know? I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring her Mia Fey, but that's interesting. How would she know Mia? My sister asked for Mia specifically. She said this Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like that. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, a bit heavy to just drop on a stranger, but you know, whatever. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am, it's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. You seem to remember specifically I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry. What exactly is that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. Oh my god, you are. You should have told me earlier. You should have told me earlier. Prosecutor, you say. Prosecutor, you say. You say. You say. I'm sorry for being so rude, Miss Prosecutor. God. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say what I'm thinking about her, because we don't need to know that. Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? Possibly. Emma, Lana. I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? There's something you should know from the start, which is... The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 15:15 p.m. It's quite specific. It was in the witness deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car trunk. Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed as it were. Well, that's great. So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective? Death was due to blood loss. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? Mr. Wright, what does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. And they will use any means necessary at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this. I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait. She was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? A few years above her? Emma told you that, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me. Intellectually attractive. Lana was on top of her class in school and they kissed. That was the best there was. They also kissed. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Yeah, not gay. Oh my god, Lana, I promise that I'm real smart. Well, Mr. Wright, excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it is safe to say there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana, why? Why are you doing this to me? Never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana, I know. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services as your defense? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. Something doesn't fit. Was that look in Emma's eyes? There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. Phoenix, you love helping people. You love it so much. Oh, you're such a good guy, Nick. You're such a good guy. You're such a good guy. You're such a good guy. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. Phoenix! Phoenix, you judgy! You're so fucking judgy. You're so judgy. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... or maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out the underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Cool. Ooh, fancy. You can tell this was newer. So this is the lot where it happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey, everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is... You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes, then why do you do it every single time? Why do you and every other attorney do it every single time? I'm trying not to stand out too much here, Sue. Hey there. Yes. You expecting to go unnoticed there, partner? Partner? Oh my god. I'm sorry, I don't know how to voice you. What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep their doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall? Marshall? Looks like a sheriff to me. Oh, looky here, bambina. I know how you feel, but this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory. The motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. God, he's got a gimmick, and I kind of love it. I'm kind of into the gimmick. He's so dumb. He's so stupid. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to. What's this guy talking about? Yeah, I don't even know either. Head along home now. Safe trails, bambina. I can't do accents, but if I could do an accent, he would have an accent. Was that, hombre a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. Phoenix. Phoenix, you're trying so hard to be the straight man in this comedy. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer? Wait! What are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet and I'm handing it over to the police. Phoenix Wright, doing the correct thing by the law? Where were you the last, fucking 8 months? I don't believe it. This is a real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. Where's that scientific? Sounds like death to me. Seems to be something inside. I'm called to duty already at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? Don't worry, I learnt this in Miles Edgeworth investigations, I know. By the way, her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now look at the court record. And I can't do it without you telling me, that's not fair. You have to be sure to examine carefully all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. Ew! Ew! HMBM? Ew! 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 I don't like that. That's weird and gross and I don't like it at all. Why are these the buttons that they chose for this? Oh look! There might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press of enter. The victim. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID 5842189. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess, though I don't see what science has to do with it. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Interesting. Look! A door! This must be something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mystery lock. Fail to see what's mysterious about that. Well, first of all, it's an exit, meaning it has to be legally unlocked at all times. So, it being locked is a bit iffy. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Ha! A ladder! Phoenix, it's not a step ladder, it is a ladder. What the fuck are you on about? What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Nothing. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrows on the ground make it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both? Kind of a dual purpose? Ah, the theory of relativity. What? I've got to write that down. Ah, hey, Mr. Wright. Maybe you know was... Mr. Relativity German? Was he British? Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? I believe he was Austrian, wasn't he? Was he Dutch? He was one of those things. I don't fucking remember. I didn't learn about that shit in school. Here! A phone, let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the parametric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. God, Phoenix, stop trying to be the straight man. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know! This wall is merely a facade hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. Fail to see how it makes any difference either way. Okay. Oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy, I can't even budge it. Drum over there is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. I think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even need to have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Well, whatever you say, mate. You're even more of a weirdo than the other weirdo I was working with. Oh, I see. I'm sorry, but that's just funny. That's hilarious. Well, no time to waste. Let's go hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Oh, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Sup, dude? How you going? Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along, unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns this car? Well... Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides this old Mustang with the body in her saddleway? Please? No problem, partner. About time you... Beatles. What the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you saying? What the fuck are you saying? He's so weird and I don't even know how to feel about him. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor in the prospector's office. I might just find you a cerveza you like. Prospector's office. Who does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self. Look up. Vittles Saloon. You don't know what a fucking saloon is? Emma, come on. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like. Just keep your paws off our claim. Right. Great. Sure, whatever, man. Whatever, weirdo. Whatever, shot. Great. Maybe there are some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me. Where are you two all set? Us? Oh my god, it's a hot lady. She couldn't be. You're selling lunches here? This is a crime scene. Hello! Half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes. Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passerby. Or are you officers? No. But you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days of the cough-up queen are over. Cough up, huh? Oh, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to the case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me. You are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder. Stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing a crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough up, Queen, tell us what happened. Angel Star, oh my god. She's so hot. She's so hot, but she has the same name as my mother. Oh, conflict. Don't you go forgetting it. Or, before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my... Oh my... Yes, please, ma'am. Fucking hell, Phoenix. What the fuck? Having the same reaction as me. She means it. She does mean it. She does mean it. You're scared. I'm exactly where I've always wanted to be. Yes, ma'am. Somehow I knew. Yesterday was a day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know that the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny. Is yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know then. You should know the foul misdeeds of evil ones who haunt the stand of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors! They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. You know, prosecutors in this world are kind of weird. Like, okay, Miles... Set Miles aside for a moment because, he was kind of... Okay, I don't want to make out it to be, like, worse than it was, but let's just say, things happened, and, taught from a young age, but realistically, wouldn't a prosecutor, like, okay, you're a prosecutor for the state, right? Then you, like, what's it called? You go with whatever the police thinks is right. But if you prosecute on behalf of people rather than the state, then you're not always, like, going 100%. I don't know, prosecutors are always all or nothing, and they're all like so desperate to be the best at their job, and I'm just like, dude, we can all strive for the truth together. Like, surely that's not a bad thing. And yesterday, they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some kind of prosecutor convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. Do you have any personal grievances against prosecutors or something? Or is there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Because you'll choke me. Ew. The most heinous of all, the evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. That's Miles' car, because I saw a fan out of that. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. He's such a weirdo. No, he doesn't. He's a sweetheart, and I'm gonna kiss him. I'm gonna kiss his forehead, and then Phoenix can do the rest. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. Meaning that you're gonna be accused at some point or another, whether you did it or not. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Star? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel I know what they say when they talk about that. About a woman's wrath. To see Lana Skye wield a knife, that was so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat, becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. So, from the second game, from this onwards, do all the characters just have a gimmick? Do they all have a gimmick? Because, like, the first game, they're all, like, tame, and, like, I guess, like Maya has kind of a gimmick. But, like, no one is, like, super in your face about it. But, like, the past two designs alone tell me that they're going hard into the gimmicks. And I'm kind of here for it. It's fucking ridiculous. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Could we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Skye? Miss Star. I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are always a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. The kind you can only tell someone who has tried General So's trilobite lunch set. Never mind, Ewan. I don't even want to appreciate part of the trilobite's flavor. I'm sure that was some kind of thing that just went completely over my head. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? See the security office over there? The glass wall booth. I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. Here anyway. I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So, to scientifically analyze the data available so far, you, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive in coming here. Useful analysis, not... Phoenix. I've seen so much art of you being a father figure, and I'm starting to think you shouldn't be. I'm starting to think you shouldn't be, and that's just a terrible idea that you should never undergo. Did you have a bad experience with a prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. And the bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of like 10-day-old clams in the chowder. I wonder if Miss Starr was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking, cough-up queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor. Now I'm not so sure. Yeah. Well, even if you didn't do it, you're definitely a bit more involved than you're letting on. I thought I recognized that number. I've been in this room before. There was a dead body there. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look! There's a trophy or something here. A trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display something like that. Whoever's office this is must be a real stuck-up jerk. How dare you? Phoenix Wright. Never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? Voice, it's my future husband. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. And you just insulted his office. My sister introduced us once, and... Right. My sister is the chief prosecutor, after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I have been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's doing banter. He's doing cute banter. Oh my god. Oh, Edgeworth. No, did I? No. It was just Miss Wright here. Hey, don't blame me. That's my boyfriend. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. Oh, you mean my car? That would be my car. What of it? He's embarrassed. He loves his car. Oh my god. He's so cute. He's so cute. He makes me so happy. He makes me... Oh my god, I need to calm the fuck down so I can play this fucking game. What? Your car? I'll say one thing for thing, she can certainly scream. Hi, Edgewood. Hi. So the body was found in your car. Go ahead, say it right. You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all the trouble to help me last year, no less. Look at him, look at you, look at his little face. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no, she didn't do that. I mean, wait. So you're the chief prosecutor's little sister then? Yes, sir, bsky. It's nice to meet you again. No, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You've really grown. I'll admit it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car would become the scene of a murder. So many of your things become the scene of a murder at Edgeworth. Like, honestly, like, I think you deserve like a break from murder happening around you. It seems to happen too much. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Whoa, wait. What did you say? Lana Sky is the chief prosecutor, top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors? You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searching, you name it. Thanks to you, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there are some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. They think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? There's gotta be a story behind that one. Chief Prosecutor Sky, yes. We first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago. I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then, why? What if she stabbed someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth. What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Yeah, Phoenix, that's like the worst joke you could make to someone who's, like, that's his whole fucking trauma. You need to be better for your future husband. Come on, can't take a joke. You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. Yeah, you do. You gotta be nicer to him if you want to kiss him. Oh my god, they make out so fucking hard. He's gonna punch you in your fucking face. Anyway, do I have anything that's of note? Can you tell me who the fuck this guy is? I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Yes, I am. I'm sure he'd know something. He'll take it for sure. Oh yeah, I guess he would. He might take it. He would take a view on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. But then my sister would be found guilty. If she signs any deeper, I'm going to become depressed. So, tell me more about that. Your knife? Why do you have a knife? It's clearly custom. That's real sexy, actually. It's against my policy to discuss evidence with the defense, especially with you. He doesn't like you much, does he, Mr. Wright? No, he loves me. It's never personal. It's all about winning tomorrow. Yeah, it's not personal. He's... Oh, I don't want to leave, but I have to. I have to. Oh, Edgewood, Edgewood, Edgewood. Okay. Anyway, tell me about your office.
Hey, a chessboard.
I'm not too up to chess, but it looks like Blue's in a bit of a tight spot.
Red knights have surrounded the blue pawn.
Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. And check out the poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you.
Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player.
What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges. Surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, nothing. He's obsessed with you. He's obsessed with you. He wants to corner you in a room, and then he'd be too embarrassed. Oh my god, that's so fucking gay. It's so fucking gay. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What, so? It's that K, that's... K stands for king. Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like an employee of the month, only better. King of Prosecutors at the PD. Who was given that on the day of the murder. He's embarrassed by it. Oh my god. Oh, that's the King of Prosecutors shield, huh? Well done, Edgeworth. You must be proud to be the King of Prosecutors. Congratulations, King of Prosecutors. Please stop saying that. That still doesn't explain one thing. Why is this tip of this shield broken off? Wow, his jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. This must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. Never seen him wear it. Oh, hang on. People need to stop calling me when I'm in the middle of my investigations. Can't believe they do that to me. Can't believe important government people would be calling me. This is ridiculous. I'm sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. I'm just getting way too excited about this. My. What an amazing bouquet. Just right for Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card on it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And beside it, a great giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? No, that's me. I don't think so. I can't believe that Edgeworth didn't buy that figure for himself. That's ridiculous. Whoa, what have you? It must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important, incidentally. Were you to jump out of this window, the time until impact to the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds! That's handy to know. Oh, cute! With a pretty tea set. I go more for instant bags of tea myself. Amazing! The drawer below is filled with packets of tea and leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavour. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. Maybe stop touching all of Edgeworth's stuff while he's standing right there. Such a thing as taking a hobby too far. Phoenix. Phoenix, he's autistic. He can't help it. Phoenix, you're so judgy. It's like you don't even want to kiss him. Work desk. It's quite tidy for as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. Because he's the one who does it. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Oh, they make out. The pretty chair. Miss Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. I bet he pores over his case files here until the wee hours of the morning. He takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, goes to sleep using his arm as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. What? Don't you, Phoenix? Come on. Phoenix, stop acting like everyone else is weird and you're the normal person. I think you're not the normal person here. But in the morning, he has sofa hair and little creases on his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. He's standing right there. Phoenix. 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 Shut up. He's a fucking... He... I can't believe him. I can't believe him. Oh, these are all case files? It's tacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. I thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them down for him. Oh, Edgeworth.
You must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool.
You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweltering bullets up there on that ladder. Hi, Edgeworth. I'm sorry, we were talking about you like you weren't here. You deserve someone who doesn't make fun of your interests. Well, I got nothing else, so I'm gonna head back now. No. I don't know now. No. No. I'm gonna just wrap my hands around his waist. What else am I meant to do? Edgeworth, I'm sorry that I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm so useless. I feel like I've exhausted all my options and now I don't know what to do. Oh, right, that makes sense. Thank you, Mr. Walkthrough. I'm meant to ask him more about evidence despite the fact he told me that he doesn't discuss evidence. Makes sense. So, basically, this says you were the best of the best last year, huh? You can take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive this travesty. Huh? Why's that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. The police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works, yeah. I was wondering something about that shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? I've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. He doesn't seem too concerned about his award. Better or for worse. Yesterday I was very busy. It was a very busy day for the prosecutor's office. Maybe we should ask him about yesterday. Yeah, Edward, tell me about your day. Could you tell me more about yesterday? The day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day for the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort the file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transferal. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. A ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. And that's where you got that shield, right? I was in the police department yesterday afternoon. I got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. People like myself and Mr. Edgeworth prize ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. No, I place my faith in my memory. The only thing... No, So you don't trust your memory? Yes, that makes sense.
The only thing I trust is solid evidence.
Yeah, because your memory is faulty and you know it, and you're a sweet little guy.
Oh, I'm gonna kiss him. Edgeworth's parking stump. This is the parking stump from the underground lot.
So you don't discuss evidence, but you'll give me evidence that I need. Oh, Edgeworth, honey.
The murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back.
What, right?
I'd appreciate if you direct your suspicious glare elsewhere.
Excuse me, but is Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere in the premises?
I'm Edgeworth. What is it?
I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir.
Report?
What?
Do you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all.
Sky, sir, no, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir.
I think I just heard Edgeworth's lid blow.
Mr. Edgeworth's lid isn't on very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department, did I not? I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir! But sir... I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of any particulars. Give me your name. Yes. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right. Officer Meekins, take your report and leave. And good luck with your raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir. Caught me off guard. As you can see, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Go down to the police department. You can ask them all there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down, at least. He's not. I don't know, I don't... He's a very silent rage type, isn't he? I love you, Edgeworth. I love you, Edgeworth. I love you, Edgeworth. You're gonna get married in the future. Edgeworth? 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 February 22nd. Whew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. I took almost 30 minutes like taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Oh, wait, I know. That's the blue badger. I'm trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright, you sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the blue badger. Who's that next to him? Someone appears to be dancing with the blue badger. Oh, he noticed me. He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe.
Specifically, why are you dancing over there?
What? Well,
Well, he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information.
hey, I'll have you know I'm a very busy man, pal.
Yeah. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect of this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and she killed him. And what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well... No, come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her. But what if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal, can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister. Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing really. Hey, you kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Really the highest ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guys in there is our chief of detectives. You're not letting any of us rank and file detectives in there. None of you. I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Now I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of the crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Yeah. Does seem a bit... something, you know. Can you tell me about the guy? Can you tell me about this? Hey, pal, this is a detective ID card. You can't keep that. You have to turn it into the police. It's people like you that get me into so much trouble all the time. Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman. Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it? Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago. Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective know Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot, and Lana's confessing as much. Can you tell us anything else? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened? We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Something's always going on with Edgeworth. Poor guy. The poor guy. He needs to, like, find a way for murder to stop happening around him. Hey, that's it! It's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Congratulations. I was wondering why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors. Car, stab with knife. Same thing as you said with a knife. Okay. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I love him. Oh my god, that is so poorly designed, Edgeworth. I am so sorry that you have to deal with this in your life. This is just horrid. Hey, check it out. There's a metal plate here. It looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. I guess he must be a foreigner? Huh, yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet Mr. Von Karma sometime. When she says it, his name does have kind of a ring to it. Yeah, he's in jail though. Maybe worse, who knows? He's in a tough spot again. Again. Yeah, with the whole murder thing. Remember that, Phoenix? That wasn't that long ago. Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Hammond. But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent. Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but they were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering. They're practically shouting. But there's no evidence against him. Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department or higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. Yeah, but like, you know, I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, the last case this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself. What? But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. This Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us.
Of course he is. He's such a sweetheart. Edgeworth, I know you're not here right now, but I just need to tell you that you're the sweetest guy in the world and I love you so much and you deserve everything in your entire life. Okay, bye.
What else? Well, I presented you with all the evidence. You told me everything. What am I meant to do now? Wait a second. What? Hang on. Hang on. Case. Investigation. Present the ID. Talk about the thing. Present the prosecutor's trophy. Present the knife. Talk to Gumshoe. Edgeworth travels. Hang on, I did that, but... You're in a tough spot again. But I did all that. Edgeworth felt innocent. They're practically shouting that he did something. No. I know the truth. Biting the bullet for all of us. So what's meant to happen is he's meant to give me something that I can then take with me to talk to other people, but he hasn't given it to me. Why didn't he give it to me even though I presented all the evidence and did the thing that I meant to do for him to give it to me?
Oh no. Oh no, is my game hard locked? Oh, fuck.
Better not be fucking hard locked. I can't present it. It's very cool, Phoenix, very cool. That's it, that's a prosecutor award. You got a award too. I'll tell you later, apparently he's forgotten. So proud of Edgeworth winning the award even though the naysayers. Found out Edgeworth's car, stop with Edgeworth's knife. Clearly someone has a grudge against Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Again. Because I can't continue the game if he's not going to give it to me. Started, and the reason he took this case is because he wants to be a chief prosecutor. What the fuck? I meant to get a thing so I can show it to you, right? Fuck! Oh my god. What? What? Yeah, letter of introduction added to court record when you talked to Gumshoe about Edgeworth's troubles, and then I'm meant to go back to the parking lot to talk to Marshall. Oh. I meant to examine that? Is that what it is? Because that's really weird. Is it that... I was wondering about that. The Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, detective? The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal. Nice work. It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dance and dance and dances till the batteries die. So poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops. There you go, now you'll give me the thing? Thanks. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know. Thank you. Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met the guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall, just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try and make things a little easier for you. Show them this and they'll let you examine the crime scene, maybe. Gumshoe's letter of introduction. Thank you so much. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Well, I guess so. What does it say on it? Look here. It looks like something's been crossed out. Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe. Let's see. Annual bonus, $20. I think a couple zeros were missing. That sounds about right. At least in that detective's case. Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator. Cool. Oh my god, dude, you need more money. Why are you all so poor? Why are you all so poor? It's like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in the pit till the sun sleeps. I'll see you in my dreams tonight then, baby. Oh, still here. Ella? Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard? Hey! What's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. He's a strange guy, period. I bet there are people on their knees for this man. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right in the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. May we investigate? Gumshoe? That old cow dog? He holding a birthday party or something? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says invitation. Oh. I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe better than a blood test. Guess I'd better let you in then. Thank you, Officer Marshall. Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me. Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher? Well, folks, the clues are calling. Maybe welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler, strike out the lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny. Note to self, police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what should we say? I say, I won't be needing this anymore. Cool, I'm gonna examine the crime scene now. Looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yes, of course, Phoenix. Right, let's check it out. I'm gonna fucking change this control scheme if I have to do this more, because I kind of hate it. This one's still on the redial screen. Redial screen. Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button and on the display, the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you never know with people from your generation. He's like 10 years older than you. Whatever, let's check this phone out. Now to see who the owner of this phone call last. Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that. Hey, what's going on over here? Oh, sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed redial on their phone, didn't you? Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there. Whose is it? It belongs to Chief Prosecutor Sky. What? It's my sister's. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this. Who did she call? No idea. Sorry, partner. Now I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that. Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. The wrong number. I hope you're not lying. They shoot for you for that in Texas, partner. I'm pretty sure they don't. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. 5:18 on the day of the murder. There was a phone call. Calling you? This rope, is it? Yep. They lined it in the outline of the victim's body. So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. What's this? It's like a note of some kind. Look, something's written on it. You're right. 67S 122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Go to self for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what it means either. Goodman's note. It appears to be a car where the body was found. It looks like the lock was on the trunk is busted. The crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. Just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. It's... Look, I have to agree, it's a really nice car. It's a really nice car, and I'm sure Edgeworth likes his car very much. He's very into the colour red, it seems. Oh, he's he's so... A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors. Defense attorneys are regulated to B block. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright. I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon. That's 1 and 2, 3, but where's 2? Anything you can tell me? You have any idea what this means? Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? You gotta do that if you're going to draw evidence on someone. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me never to visit Texas. Okay, that's not helpful. You are useless to me. Yeah, 1, 2. Is evidence 3 the knife? No, 1, 3 is evidence 2 the knife. That would make sense, I guess. But are we seriously not going to like properly check? Like Man, what a boring strap. What's wrong with that? Everyone has different tastes, you know. Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know. See, the series is as popular as ever with the kids. There's no need to push it again. What's wrong? You look like I do during finals. Never mind, it's nothing. Okay, you got nothing to tell me. You're a weirdo. You're just a weirdo. No, nothing. No, nothing. 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 Okay, so I have to do something and I don't know what to do. Can you tell me more about that murder weapon? No, you can't tell me anything. Because you're a weirdo. It's such a pretty knife. Look at this. God, I want that. Like, why does he have a knife? Who knows? Hang on. Is that important? It must be the victim's blood, right? Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple. What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway? Hey! Maybe he spends his weekends roughing it in the wilds. Edgeworth? The wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely. Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman. That was a scary thought. Is a blood splatter important? Because that's not the way blood would look if he was stabbed. So I don't think this is the murder weapon. I don't know, I might be overthinking it and they didn't do the blood splatter properly, but I might also be very smart because I've been very smart like that before. Yeah, like, usually in Edgeworth's toolbox, there's traces of the victim blood and no prints. Blood splatter like that implies that it's not the murder weapon, it was simply there and blood got on it. Because the whole tip would be covered in blood if that was what he was stabbed with. Maybe even the entire blade. And that's what I'm thinking anyway. That makes sense to me. Officer Marshall, what could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner? Could you be a little more specific? Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Fucking hell. I hate that I know exactly what AO3 has done to you. Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. The smiling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. This is the autopsy report. Death due to blood loss, one knife wound. Died within an hour and a half. within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. What? Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. You mean after 4 or before 4? Because within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So an hour and a half after 4. So he was stabbed around 4 and was bleeding out for an hour? That 4 p.m. seems important considering everyone else has been saying 5:15. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common. They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So, there's no motive? Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prosecutor. But my sister caught the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here in this parking lot. So it seems, like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean to be any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoot detectives till 2 years ago, to tell the truth. Really? Now he tells me. You're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hand right now. I'm keeping an eye on in the meantime. That's odd though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cowdog has been kicked out of the cattle run by order of the chief of police. Just he don't realise it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation. Fucking hell, Edgeworth. Edgeworth, stop getting yourself into situations. Stop getting yourself into situations. People just need to accept that you're a fancy little guy and I like you. So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences. Officer Marshall! Yeah, Bambina? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten into me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here. But who? Yeah, someone's doing something. People are ganging up on my boy. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean? he was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable this, that is, until he met you. Yeah, he realised he was gay as fuck. But rumours are just rumours, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. If you follow the rumours about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person. Who? Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambino. Chief Prospector Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there are bound to be bullets. That's what the old-timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around there somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They target him because he was closest with Edgeworth. So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Oh, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's a Steel Samurai theme, isn't it? That popular TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place, your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. I see. A detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Yeah, it's clearly a political murder. This one's a very political move. Oh, Phoenix, I'm not sure. I don't want to get wrapped up in this, but we already are, and, well, if it's Edgeworth on the line, I can't say no. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Yeah, because this is like all the prosecutors know so much, but you and I, we're like not at all in the loop, you know? February 23rd. How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright? Frankly, there was still a lot of grey areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big grey area. Don't worry about me. No matter what the outcome, I'm ready to accept my fate. I believe in you, sis. Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice. Yes? A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that. Miss Sky, you remind me of Mia. There's one decisive difference between you and her. And that is, you're not a defense attorney. I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. My first trial without a Fae helping me. I was gonna bail me out this time. Wow, the art style difference. I'll be alone in there. So, I have to discover the truth all by myself. And, I mean, it won't really be by yourself because Emma's there, and I get the feeling that Edgeworth isn't exactly going to sit back and just not be of any use at all. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Yay! Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor. Edgeworth. It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in a courtroom since his trial. I hope that personal feelings won't be part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement, please. Oh, Edgy. That's the sweetest thing you've ever said to me. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot. Wow. He's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything. However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. There has been a witness to her crime, a professional witness. Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Starr, to the stand. The cough-up queen. She's so hot. Haven't I seen you somewhere? You ordered the caviar lunch, right? Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before. The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a Fiesta bowl. Thanks. Will the witness state her name and profession? And you, sir? Did you order the fingerprint lunch? It's too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. Well, Your Honor, how does it taste? So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty it hurts. I've always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca. I fucked up that word. What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like? Name, profession, now. Me? The name is Angel Starr. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth? Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us. The prosecution will wait. I have not finished eating. Hurry it up. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As we know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime. Your Honor, as Miss Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional. Huh? What exactly does that mean? Until 2 years ago, Miss Starr was a special investigator with the police. She was a first-rate homicide detective. What? Miss Starr was a detective? Ah, I know who you are. Cough up. Cough up, Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see. Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star. Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot at the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking the prosecutor's spaces, yes? A crime took place by a car in the back of A block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot. And who was this valiant witness? Why, it was me, Your Honor. I see. So, that description doesn't make any sense. Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime? Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor. Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Well, Mr. Wright, I can't agree on your principle, Your Honor. Seems that some poor losers are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush that little hope they have remaining? If you can, then give them your worst, Miss Star. Wait, are they talking about me? A little bit, maybe. Somehow, I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finely honed detective intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing there next to a garish car. Absolutely stabbed in the heart, Edgeworth. I'm sorry, I think your car's lovely. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her hand, her right hand. Then she thrusts the pointy tip of the knife into the Detective Goodman's chest. Bring the lunchbox to your boyfriend. How touching. As you can see, there is no room for doubt. The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than that. The point of the knife, which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman. So, how does it feel to be so utterly crushed? I'm still thinking about it. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness. Are we going to talk about the murder weapon and the blood splatter? I feel like that's an important detail that I feel like they would 100% not be able to just, you know, overlook. How did you know? I expect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy. A lunch lady's uninformed opinion is duly noted. God, he's offended. Given that they are used to erase inconvenient evidence at their whim, killing off a detective that knew too much is merely an extension of that. Miss Starr, do you have something personal against prosecutors? felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off. She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Very well, you may continue, Miss Star. It's the boyfriend. He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard. That boyfriend. You have several. Yes. This boyfriend, that boyfriend, the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants. I'd like to apply, please. Me personally. I don't know if you're into not quite a boyfriend, but I'll stick with the lunches, thanks. Note to self, the judge has to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in Block B. On Block A. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. And would be the room with the security sign. Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I am a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. Yeah, that's what she said. Near the white fence, there was next to a garage car. By garage car, you mean Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes. Mr. Edgeworth's? Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's, wasn't it? Indeed it was. What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it was the defendant? I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. She's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing but worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, Rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Yes, ma'am. That was inspiring. I believe I've heard that tagline elsewhere. You could cry plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lonely post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed. Photograph? You took this? The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap! I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. I suppose it's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck. Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now? You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of the criminal affairs. Well, this is most certainly the defendant. I see. Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky. So, what was the defendant doing at the time? It's holding a knife in her right hand. Hang on. Check. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. How the fuck did that car get in there? Whatever, I'm overthinking that bit. Anyway. Holding a knife in her right hand, and she thrusts the tip of the knife into his chest. I see. 36. Time of death between 4 PM and 5:30. Lots of blood from chest wound. Caused by a 4.5-inch knife. A single stab wound was found. Interesting. We can make it. You said that before, or anything else? Scientifically speaking, Miss Starr's testimony is flawless. Sounds pretty fatal to me. What do we do? Is this it? Is my sister guilty? Let's just keep our heads cool and press the witness a bit, shall we? For some reason, having a panicking next to me makes me calmer. Don't smile like that. Interesting. To a garage car. He's holding it in a right hand. Tell me more about this knife that the suspect was carrying. Well, I'd say the blade was about 4 inches long. Is that right, Mr. Edgeworth? It is your knife, after all. Yes, that's about right. Prosecutors are, by nature, well versed in the location of a man's vital organs. I'm sure it was easier than boiling an egg for my egg salad surprise set. You can't testify as to her ability to kill an egg. I mean a person. Perhaps a chicken salad set would have been a better metaphor. So the defendant was holding a knife, what then? Into his chest. Tell the court why you didn't try and stop this crime. You did see her raise the knife to strike, no? Defense has a point. Fortunately, by the time I realized what was going on, it was already too late. Too late. Yes. The next moment, the chief prosecutor brought down the murder weapon. I say... Haven't I pressed on yet? You sensed something. So you're saying you had a premonition of the murder? It felt like... How would you say? Oh yes. It felt like a feeling you get when you view a pumpkin chock full of seeds. I have no idea what that means. Speaking of a detective's intuition, wasn't the victim, Mr. Bruce Goodman, also a detective? Yes, well, he was like a young cheese. Young cheese. A pale white cheese, not yet tangy, with experience or on the streets. A greenhorn. Then I must be a half, yellowed and sharp. Just as tack. Yeah, with the odor of an old cheese to match. In any case, there in the lot, I felt something stirring in the back of my mind. The wire fence, I saw the chief standing there next to a garage car. Holding a knife and no, I see. So I'm meant to present this to you. The crime photo, right, 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 yes, right, right. And you witnessed this. You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife. As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took of the very moment of the crime, is it not? Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife? Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your very feeble mind, Mr. Wright. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. It was taken a moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photo. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell that, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem. Except you. Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take this kind of abuse? You got a better idea? I could. I could say that I've got no problem at all to get the Steam achievement. Do I want the Steam achievement? Purely for the Steam achievement. Purely for the Steam achievement. I think not. I think I'll, when I play this again, I'll bother with achievements. Oh wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it. If you run out of lunch, you'll order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? How do you know? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in the photograph. Well, are those gloves? Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If she was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder. A serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it. What if she just she was just in the habit of wearing gloves, like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves, the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star. This is bad. She's got them thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I got to think of a way to show that it wasn't premeditated. Way to show that it wasn't premeditated. Made a call on the day of the murder. Blood loss. Hang on. If you witnessed the crime the moment it happened, how the fuck did he die of blood loss? It was a single stab wound, and he died of bleeding out. He should have been... You're lying to me, and I know you're lying to me, and I don't like that you're lying to me, but the problem is that I can't figure out how I meant to prove that you're lying to me. Objection. Holding a knife in her right hand. Objection. Always plan. The rubber gloves prove it. I see. That makes sense. Okay, so why would she use Edgeworth's knife if she... Fuck, wrong thing. If she had planned it, why would she need to use Edgeworth's knife? She could very easily have just brought her own knife in. And also, I don't think that knife was used in the murder anyway. Because of the blood splatter. No? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell lunch boxes for a living, you know. It's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? A bloody murder weapon, a red car, all belonging to the prosecutor there? The defendant is the chief prosecutor of the district. Prosecutors bad people, jeez. Why is there a child here in a murder case? The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing these special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Order, order, order. Great, now the tide is turning in our favour. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister is as good as free. Look at him, kisses him. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. He's so silly. Oh. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. Not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots holes in the whole premeditated theory. Ha! The prosecution would care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove, nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us only what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? Oh my god, stop calling me, people. That could have been a fucking text, what the hell? People need to stop calling me when I'm busy gushing about Edwards. Ugh. I can't believe people want to make important phone calls at lunchtime. Jesus. My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Contradiction, Your Honor. The victim... It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. We've established that there was only one stab wound. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you with my moss surprise. I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that the death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha! You're right! Good, I'm the one who... Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. He is. Oh. What about my objection? No one noticed? Well, witness? You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So, you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood on her breast. Splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she had stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you... then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Her red muffler. Yes! Like a scarf. The chief prosecutor always wears one around her neck. So she can easily be hanged at a moment's notice, I assume. Right. This guy was wearing a red scarf, wasn't she? But wait. Isn't it odd that you mistook that for splattered blood? Well, people often mistake my beard for a bib. A judge with a bib. That's why this place feels like kindergarten sometimes. Actually, I do think I saw some traces of blood on her car. However, the autopsy report is clear on this matter. There was only one knife wound. Apparently, Miss Starr isn't entirely sure of her own testimony. So right, this is our chance. Chance for what, I wonder? Starr has turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Short wick burns out the fastest. It's a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick can burn longer. Obviously more scientific testing is required. She's not wearing a scarf. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. You thought you saw the blood? A red muffler present the photo that you gave us. She's not wearing it. Miss Starr, I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. Edgeworth? I'm curious. You make me more curious about what's going on. Edgeworth, you're trying so very hard. Okay, what are my theories? Because I legitimately don't know anything about this case or any of these characters. Edgeworth. He's not letting me do my job. He's doing it for me. He's playing the defense and the prosecution at the same time. Which doesn't benefit him as a prosecutor. Not that he really wants to be a prosecutor, but honestly, why didn't he ever change career paths if he didn't like it that much? Oh, is it so you could kiss your boyfriend from across the room? Maybe, but he's just sad, but there's something going on here. I'm curious. Perhaps
Perhaps he doesn't exactly want Phoenix there? Perhaps. Why would he be willingly arguing for the loss of his case? It makes sense if he cares about her at all. But if the rumors came from her, then his feelings must be complicated. I'm not smart enough to think about all this, so I'm just gonna let it play out. The suspect was not wearing a scarf or a muffler or any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. I feel like I'm playing investigations instead of Phoenix Wright. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection? Chopped liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really. Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Unfortunately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? The part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of the truth. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind the partition off to her side. I quickly caught up to her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Sounds like you're lying to me. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile. You were quite determined about that scarf, aren't you? I'm straight like a snake and biting like a cobra. That's me, Angel Star. That was a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother with me with details unless you want to get bitten. No, thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly, a predator. This one, a leopard woman, rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you will. Murder, but didn't you say earlier that she was going to drive away? Why didn't she just take the car? If you're on the other side, you can't easily get to part A. You have to go around the building, right? Right? Yeah, you have to see. Prosecutors and their cars would enter here. The other cars would enter from over here. Yeah, would enter from here and go out that way. Whereas they would go this way. And there's this chain link fence between them. and you can't really get from A to B very quickly, so you had to go all the way around. So why, which I imagine because this is an underground parking lot, that would have taken a fucking ages. So why, if my Edgeworth, that is the worst parking spot ever. How the fuck did you get in there, and how the fuck do you get out? I'm so sorry that's your parking spot, mate. That's like, if someone is parked there, you're not getting out. I'm so sorry, Edgeworth. That's a terrible parking spot. Like this, like one of these works so much better. This one, like this one's like a real fucking tight turn. Anyway, my point being is that if you're here and the murder is here, you have to go all the way around the building, which, and parking lots, I imagine this building's big, and this parking lot doesn't look very big, but it might actually be bigger than it looks. So you couldn't have gotten from here to here faster than it could have been for her to just hijack the car and leave, or make more of an escape than this. So I think you're lying to me. About many things, but you're definitely lying to me. I just don't know how to prove it. Okay. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run and behind. Oh, where's this partition on the floor plans? I'm sure she means the wall next to the car. That's right. There is a wall there, about 6 feet high. She was obviously trying to hide herself. Very natural thing for a criminal to do. And what did you do then? And arrested her on the spot. She mentioned the muffler. What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. Horny? No, the court doesn't see, Miss Star. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently, it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness? Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney was overheard during the call made to Emma at 5:18. She used a cell phone instead. Tried to escape, but there is no resistance. It's futile. No. I was going to ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time. Listen close, rookies. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the partition. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She then pulled out her own cell phone out of her pocket. So you can just go through there. During that time,
It doesn't reach the ceiling? Why would the fence not reach the ceiling? Okay, whatever. Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, Chief Prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this. What is it, Mr. Wright? Yeah, if you saw her doing that, you couldn't have seen it because of the partition, right? Fuck. Wrong thing. Fuck. I'm sorry, Judge. I have the right idea. Wait, that's not what I meant to do. I thought that was what it says what I meant to do. If you saw it. But you wouldn't have been able to see it with the thing. Is that not what I meant to do? What? That's how she mentioned the muffler. Set her on the spot. What the fuck am I meant to do then? Is that not what I meant to do? What? What? You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet from her the whole time. Yeah. I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The Lunchland car was... She was a visitor, unless she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. There was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. Cough up queen, lunch lady, athlete indeed. Taken her a little time to climb over the fence. So she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah. The fence was about 9 feet high too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? I mentioned the muffler. And then I already pressed that one and had this update. So now can I do it? Kinda bullshit that I couldn't do it earlier. Cause like, you know, if you can't, don't let me go through with it immediately, then I'd assume that it's just not possible, and I'm an idiot. Miss Star, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? And who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction in your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't have possibly seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency phone was on the back side of the partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Order, what is the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question? Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about where she saw it, the order of the events. I think she lied about where she was. Because, like, it just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Star to lie about it. Pointless to lie, I see. But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone, it would mean Miss Star witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if ever I heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime? All the testimony we've heard until now points in one direction. In A block. Right? If she was here, she could see the emergency phone. That's true. That solves the mystery. That would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her before she dialed the cell phone. Oh. The security room! Yes? Is it really that fast? Wow. I'm really bad at this one. I don't know anything. Yeah, were you in the security room? This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room. Indeed, the security guard room is in the underground parking lot, is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot. Well, she would have been able to see the emergency phone from there. But why there? Why are many other there are many other places she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is there. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend in the security room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today a man has got the better of Angel Starr. Order, order. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I will do what I must to make sure justice prevails. Guilty? He's talking about Miss Sky. Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells us that it was the defendant who stabbed the victim. The truth still stands. It still stands. I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth. What? If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else? Mr. Wright, let's review what we know. Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station, but she lied and said she saw it from B block. Must be a vital difference, but what? What would change? Angle of the view, the distance of the crime, difference in lighting. Angle of the view. Why the angle in which she saw the crime occur would change? The angle? What do you mean? Well, the security guard station is on the second floor, and she would have sort of a more 3D view of the crime. I don't know why it's important. It's the only thing I can think of. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider, Mr. Wright. Yes, I would. Why would she lie about that? I mean, like, because I'm thinking, like, that means that the photo isn't hers. Distance of the crime, the difference in lighting. I mean, changes the distance between her and the crime. My condolences, Mr. Wright. Look at the floor plans, it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see. What she saw is not in the question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness? You... Yes? You ordered the squared wheels, right? The quality of your lunches has gone down so low it's unedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend. Boysenberry for the boyfriend. He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime from the glass walled station. And before I knew it, I found myself running towards the scene. it! The door was locked. I couldn't open it. Ah, I see. Sure, it would have taken her much longer. That's why I had to go through the visitors' parking in B block. That's quite a detour. It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime. 5 minutes? That's why the photo looks the way it does. It changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. I saw it, I swear, on my finest plastic spork. You have a point. This spork is a wonderful invention. Would you like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Mr. Wright, we have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? I mean, I don't think so, but we almost always have to raise an objection, so. 5 minutes between witnessing the murder and the arrest. Think about it. You could make pasta in that amount of time if you like it al dente. I've got lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, Rookie. A 5-minute blank, isn't that strange? Strange. If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I would flee the scene. Hey, don't get the wrong idea, I didn't kill anyone. Would you have the instincts of the killer, you would run. But this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act that way. It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony. Mr. Edgeworth is the next witness ready to go. Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close. I'm afraid that the Carfelt Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned. Hold it. Hi. Yeah, what's up? Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me. I prefer not to take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say? I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence. What was that? Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask you, Miss Starr. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Ooh, a triple decker. Out of deference with the witness's determination, I will allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. Is she going to pull out our lunchbox this time? She'd be such a fun character to cosplay, don't you think? I would have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe, did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on that shoe. One was of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. I think not. I think she witnessed she discovered the body, but she didn't kill him. What? There was blood found on that shoe. Try land for all your lunch and decisive evidence needs. Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence? Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself. And you had blood tests performed? Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. Even the general public can produce official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Nuh-uh. What a bitch. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence law, really. The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you've yet to count yet another count against your witness. Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Goodman and Lana. From Lana's cut with her hand. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes of that crime scene. Two types of blood were found on the shoe, one of course the victim's. The other blood type matched the defendant, Miss Lana's scar. This shoe proves it as fullest and decisive evidence. It's pretty sly hiding evidence like that. There's nothing sly about a lawyer using the law as a weapon. In any case, science is always on our side. Don't forget, scientific investigation is the wave of the future. Maybe I should investigate this evidence a little more closely. Well, I'm talking about blood. No traces of the victim's blood. No fingerprints, traces of victim's blood. I need to fucking change this control screen. I swear to fucking God. This must be the victim's blood, right? Either that, or Edgeworth cut himself. Edgeworth in the wild. Scary thought. It's a really fucking pretty knife. I want to own a knife like this. I love knives. They're so pretty and they're so well crafted and this. Oh my God. Man, Edgeworth. I can't believe you are living the stylistic dreams. Like, Like, oh my god, if I had... If I had money, I would be dressing like Edgeworth. I would live like Edgeworth, for real, for real. And there's blood on here too. Oh, Sol's shoe. It's gotta be the victim's. He must have stepped in a puddle of his own blood. Oh, this blood, it's horrible. Blood might be an important clue. I mean, I think it is. I think that the blood stain on the knife is important. It's blood. It's for my sister's, right? It appears so. Lana's right hand was bandaged when I saw her in jail. She must have cut herself at the time of the crime. Oh, sis. It's a very nice shoe. I like those kinds of shoes, but they don't sit on my feet correctly. So if it kind of fucks me. Am I meant to like what else could I be wanting to look at? Like what? It's a pretty solid knife. Rotate the knife and examine the switch on the side. Is it meant to be obvious? Because it's not. I meant to... Wow, why is this game not going in my favor at all? It's such a pretty knife. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you in a minute. In a minute. In a moment. 5 minutes at the scene of the crime. Motivated shoes. Did I not bring it up? 2 signs of blood. Ending is not a sky. The shoes proves it. It's decisive, flawless evidence. It's not a statement. Examine the blood on the bottom. Present the crime scene photo. Press Angel on every statement. Okay. I'm sorry, I know it's super lame that I keep reading how to do it, but I would fail. I will try not to for like the more important things, but I'm stupid and there's no one here to like bounce ideas off of, so why did you lie about those 5 minutes? I guess you could say I just wanted people to look at the results. The results? How many times do I have to say this? I saw the chief prosecutor stab the victim before my very eyes. Compared to that, a 5-minute blank means nothing. Then why didn't you just tell the truth? Don't make me laugh. We're dealing with the most untrustworthy of the vile lot known as prosecutors. Falsified evidence, arranged testimonies, erasing and manipulating evidence. When you fight monsters, you need to use every trick in the book. This is when the suspect is admitting she did it. But false testimony is the most despicable crime of all, mister. Let's just get this over with. And you found this shoe at the scene of the crime. I detained the chief prosecutor and notified the police department. I wanted to make myself useful while I was waiting for the police to arrive. So like an ill-trained pooch, you snuck off with the shoe. I was afraid someone would erase the chief prosecutor's crime. This shoe was my secret weapon if you should happen. See this fashionable basket I have here? It carries more than lunchboxes, gentlemen. I'm happy for you and your lunchbox bag, really. In any case, you removed valuable evidence from the scene of the crime. Now tell us what you did next. So you brought it to the forensics department. If you're going to submit something as evidence to the court, you need it proved. To do that, evidence must be analysed by a forensics expert. And she got away with her little coup because she used to be a detective. The shoe does appear to have bloodstains on it. Well, the man was stabbed after all. And that blood belonged to the victim, Detective Goodman. As I said, there were 2 types of blood found on the shoe. The other blood type matched the defendant, Sky. You can't say for sure the blood belonged to the defendant without a blood test. You claim to know something about blood tests, rookie. Huh? Well, speak up. Oh, well. Blood comes from 4 types, A, B, O, and AB. However, you can't tell from a blood test whether a murder was committed in cold blood. It's just a figure of speech, Mr. Wright. Actually, we can differentiate between millions of types with all the blood tests out there. Which means that we can more or less narrow any sample of blood down to just one person. Or so I hear. That's pretty specific. If I had a little more time, I would have gotten a DNA test result. But they said there's very little doubt and it could be anyone's but Miss Lana Sky. So the suspect's blood was found on the victim's shoe. Ties it directly to the death of Detective Goodman. I was afraid he was going to say that. Shoe proves it as flawless, decisive evidence. Can't let evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? So, some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, likes it enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? Yeah. If I'm not imagining this, I'd say there's one critical problem with this evidence, a clear contradiction. That gleam in your eye. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Is it the blood on the bottom? Is it? Is it? Is it? Because I can only get one more thing wrong. I can only get one more thing wrong, and I don't want to have to redo anything, because I don't know what happens when I get that wrong. I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed. There is quite a bit of blood on the bottom of the shoe. Makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about the blood? I mean, it was like there's nothing on the ground, and like the blood stain on the blade tells me that that wasn't the murder weapon. The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint. Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then, isn't it strange? Why aren't there any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime? Huh. As you can see, there were no traces of any footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about the shoe. This picture only shows part of the floor, so they could have been bloody footprints. Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order? Well, witness? What? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of footprints is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh, it's true. There has to be a reason why there aren't footprints. Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just good at finding contradictions. What? I mean, you and I both, Mr. Wright. I don't know where I'm going. I'm kind of winging it all. I see. I get it. Get what? Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint in the truth of her testimony. What are you talking about? Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hand aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do. No kidding. Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty? Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? That means that it was washed away, Phoenix, you fucking idiot. Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason? You don't mean... The suspect knocked over the oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her. Oh. That ties things up quite nicely. You know, it does feel like that, we've kind of switched sides. It feels like... you're the protagonist right now, Edgeworth. That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then, after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky's right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him? So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe. Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial. Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But... enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor. Very well. But Angel Star is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water. This court finds the defendant Miss Lana Sky. Huh? Little girl. What did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you just say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well... I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox! A lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you have something else. The time for deliberations has passed. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court. Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this. A photograph. I had it just in case anyone would had the gall to suggest that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim. I see no room for error in this evidence. Mr. Wright, look at the asphalt in the picture. Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court's mind, immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault. I knew I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this is what your sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. Right. Wet or not, don't be so quick to throw in the towel. Get yourself up the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end. This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I'd like to declare a verdict for good. Your Honor, wait. What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this photograph one, the last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence a proper consideration. So what, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this last piece of evidence? Yeah. I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this. I suppose, since we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem with the photograph. I mean, this is weird. And the fact that the knife is in his chest is weird. Because there's no statement that it was found within him. Though, yeah, I think they're wanting me to point out that this is weird and we need to go down to the crime scene to have a look at it. The problem with in this photograph is here. What is this? It's something poking out of the car's muffler. Wait, just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth. Your Honor, you just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or a scarf in any kind in this photograph. A muffler is also a part of a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe. I see, and I see. What's that suspicious looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does it have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why it's important to this case. You said as much in your testimony. What? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what you think this piece of cloth is related to. Her saying the word muffler. Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes. When I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. Muffler? Could it be that the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means this piece of cloth is vital evidence. Oh. She's still kind of hot, though. Well, it seems we will have to suspend the proceedings. Suspend? I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered here, we do a disservice to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed? I suppose so. Whew. That was close. But we made it, at least for now. The court will be adjourned for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry. Okay. Well. Well, that's my 4 hours. I would play more, but I have a doctor's appointment that I need to go to. This one is a bit long, so it might take all week before we actually get to the second game like I wanted to, which is fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need to. I don't need to see any of those other guys. I don't need to see any of them. I'm not excited. Also, Mr. Edgeworth, I'd like to personally apologize to you. I had a voice for you, and I I've kind of just stopped doing it. I apologize that you're not slightly British and pretentious anymore. You're just kind of the same as everyone else. I'll be sure to fix that eventually. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Wright and Edward. I'm sorry, all of you, my babies, my babies. Oh, I love them. I love them all. But yes. We'll finish this and find out what happened. Hopefully by the end of the week. I doubt it's going to be more than 8 hours. And then finally, second game. You don't know how excited I am to finally see what happens, and then it'll be great. It'll be great. I'll love it. You'll love it. We'll all fucking love it. Anyway, I'm gonna have lunch. I'm gonna go talk to my doctor. I'm gonna be really cool. You're gonna be really cool. So, yeah. Bye.